Welcome back, everyone. Well, hello. Bet you didn't expect a non-AI voice. Now that the Decepticons are done with their arc of slightly cunty-positioned male-wifing, it's on to the Autobots. First up, we have...
Ratchet. Thanks to Scotty for making these sprites for my birthday.
Anyway, onto the speed paint. Right, this drawing is going pretty well. I was having a bit of issue with the pose, and I unfortunately normally do when I reference, but I do believe it was because of the fact I could not find literally any references of this man's back and side. Like, he's literally in the background in half of the show, and how the fuck is there no references of this man's backside? Show me that ass, Ratchet. I need it for research purposes. I was having so much trouble with how his stomach and side would look, and during this I was actually going through something, so I apologize if the line art or sketch is a bit lackluster or splotchy. Anyways, not gonna lie, the process of this was really slow and boring. I didn't have a ton of issue, though unfortunately the way my desk and computer is stationed, it's turned away from my door in my room. So every time I would go to draw this, I was a paranoid person, constantly checking behind me. Because I didn't want my father looking in on me drawing Ratchet in such a position, who is also pretty familiar with Transformers. Thankfully, he never did. I think this time, though, I did not have the luxury of posing a Ratchet figure in such a way. What a tragedy. Can I just say, I did originally have ideas of the lighting, but then unfortunately realized the lighting didn't make sense for his background. My original lighting idea was sort of an overhead skylight and splotchy sort of tree lighting slash like if something was under a glass stained window with colors. But then I quickly realized he's in the missile silo and that military base has no windows. So I had to go for overhead fluorescence, which kind of broke my heart, not gonna lie. I really wanted to give this old ass man cool ass lighting. Unfortunately, it wasn't really in the background in the books for it. I got very overwhelmed with the shading, if I'm honest. Shading whites and grays is such a boring task for me, and I'm not completely sure why exactly. It's just in general very boring because of the lack of variation I can do, and Ratchet is old, so he doesn't have much shine left to him anymore. Maybe his ass, though, I don't know.
He keeps that ass shiny, though.
If they were, it's all on his front, which isn't in view here. On another note, I like to think I'm getting better at backgrounds. Even though I've only recently started incorporating them into my pieces, I've been pretty happy with most of them. Anyway, I moved on to the reds after this. This whole piece was a bore, and personally, I think it was a little lacking in the end, but I am happy with it. Sometimes the villains are just better.
Alright, so I'm going to tell a small story like how I normally do. I was talking to one of my friends the other day. They know nothing about Transformers or Transformers Prime, but they are an editor, so I asked them if they could edit Starscream for me. And during this, they were like, "What's that one scene?" And I was like, "What scene are you talking about? I kind of need more details for that." And he was like, "The dominatrix scene." He was talking about the scene where Fowler gets kidnapped and is chained up. And I'm still laughing about it 2 days later. And I find that very funny. Anyway, I've never drawn Ratchet, but here's the finished product. If you're liking this series and my finished products, maybe check out my commissions. You can find me on either of these platforms. Subscribe if you want to see the rest of the Autobots lineup. Thank you again, Scotty. Bye.